Welcome, everybody, the 75th Annual East Boston Athletic Board Banquet, the Banquet of Champions. I'm here with two of Eastie's finest, two members of the Athletic Board. Please introduce yourselves.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Jim Gerasi. I'm the current president this year for the 75th anniversary. I've been on the board for 39 years. It's a privilege to be associated with the board and helping out our students and academically and athletic-wise.
Thank you, Jim.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dave Aronella. I'm the treasurer of the board, and don't become a treasurer of any board because they won't take your name off the bank cards ever. So I've been on the board 41 years, and it's a privilege to be on this board, and we like to think that we are the scholarship entity here in East Boston. Every dime that the athletic board raises, the president will tell you, goes into scholarships. There are no salaries involved. There are no perks involved. And we've been doing this, Jimmy and I, for 40 years plus.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for sharing that. And as a recipient, we got other former recipients in the room. I got to say it's a huge pleasure to, really be able to do this. Jimmy, I thought this was a really cool opportunity for, the students that are going to be receiving and continuing, and just kind of showing, that impact that the athletic board continues to bring to this community for, quite so long. But you guys have been board members for quite a long time now. What made you guys choose to be on the athletic board?
Well, I was awarded several years ago the Outstanding Senior Athlete, and after receiving the award, I was asked if I wanted to join the board. So my father, at the beginning, was one of the original guys who raised money for the scholarships. He was with East Boston Tornadoes. So I felt that I should get involved and help out the East Boston athletes in the community.
Holding it down ever since, Jimmy. Yeah. And Coach, what made you join the board?
So just like the president in 1970, I got a Fred L. O'Brien scholarship. I hate to date myself because now people are saying, wow, we graduated high school in 1970. And after that, it was guys like Tony Gerasi, that's Jimmy's dad, and Mario Sinatra, and Tony Santilli, who says, why don't you get on the board? And we did, and, I know I can speak for Jimmy, even though I really can't speak for him. He speaks much better than me, but this is the thrill of our lives, really, to make an impact. We have good board members who have contributed a lot in the past, and we just want to uphold their honor. And, we have families that come back, families of our deceased members who come back and present awards in their loved one's name, and it's there's no board like this around the city of Boston at all.
And Dave, just sometimes they give some recognition to those swimmers, right? So that's always a plus.
And I'm a little biased when it comes to sports, right? But a few years back, Jim Geraci, who's did me a great honor, he came to me and said, we'd like to name the swim trophy after you, and he did, and that's
incredible.
That it absolutely a great honor to give the outstanding high school swimmer of the year is known now as the Dave Aronella Award, and that Jim did that specifically.
I'd like to make a comment, too, is that I believe we are the oldest athletic board in the city of Boston.
Wow.
Not just East Boston. We've been around since 1950, obviously, with this being our 75th anniversary. So I believe we are the oldest athletic board in the city.
And with all that being said, what goes into putting together an event like this? Like year after year, you guys are always trying to, one up and make sure it's a better cause, for the kids and everything like that. You guys want to just share, what goes on behind the scenes to make this all possible?
Yeah, it's a lot of work. We have to, try to solicit donations to keep the board going, which we've been very successful this year. And we want to thank all our sponsors for everything they contributed this year. They've been more than generously donations they generously made, but it takes a lot of work. You have to plan it. We had the most turnout we have since the old days of back in Lombardo's.
Oh, wow.
We'll have 240 attendees today, which we haven't had in quite a while. So that's awesome. It's a great response to the 75th anniversary and what the board represents. So I think it was a very successful banquet.
For sure. Packed house. Well, it's going to be a packed house, being able to put the work in, a little bit earlier. But with, 75 years, this is exciting, and the rich history of, diversification, perseverance, and commitment in East Boston. What makes rewarding these recipients so fulfilling?
I think it's human nature, Stevie, that, a student athlete who's done well just loves to be able to, tell their family, I was awarded a scholarship and/or an athletic award from the athletic board. That's sort of the culmination of their high school careers. And for some awardees, it's college athletes as well, because we do give out a Sandlot Award and a college award as well. So it's fulfilling to them for sure, and it's the same for us as well. We, there's every year, even though we may have some bumps in the road, Jim and I look at each other and say, listen, we need to continue this, and we do. So it's just as rewarding for us, Stevie, as it is for these athletes.
Absolutely.
And I think it shows the athletes that when they do good, they will get rewarded. So I think they really appreciate it. We give them scholarships with every penny helps, especially with the cost of going to college now. So I think it's important, like we said, we continue it to honor them. And I think, like I said, it's something new to some of these kids because they're really not familiar with these types of banquets.
For sure. I felt like growing up, like this was just, all part of like the stepping stones to like just move on to like the path of like what's next. You have your graduation, you're here at the athletic board. Jim, when I was on the phone with you and we were just kind of like conversating about this, I remember telling you a story. I see Coach Dave still giving my speech on the anniversary to date about like my award here, and I'm like, I think it would have been so cool to have like a conversation and just kind of like talk about that. That's some of the biggest moments in like those students' lives. So the fact that you guys are able to partner with Since the Sandbox today and really give them the resources to speak their mind and just let them introduce themselves. So I think that's a really unique. But throughout the course of the year, this isn't just the only thing that the athletic board has going on. Obviously, this is one of the big celebrations that we really put on. Whether this is for, after, the banquet, what are some other things the athletic board is working on for the youth of Boston?
Stevie, that's a really great question, because Jimmy and I were just speaking the other day to try to get a handle on what we think would be a great fundraiser. We used to do a golf tournament in a luau, and I think we may want to bring back the luau this year. We do cornhole and we do tailgating, and those are great events. It gets people in the community and from outside the community together.
Sure.
But we may go back to the luau this year.
Okay.
And if I could touch just on one thing before I turn it over to the press, I mean, here's Miss Elliott and Miss D'Amelio. They're part of, so if you want to talk numbers.
She's Miss Elliott for now.
Yes, that is true. So they were both recipients, student athletes who received awards from the athletic board. So if you want to just talk about numbers, I'll be real quick. Jimmy and I, so just take 40 years times at least 30 to 40 recipients per banquet between the athletic awards and the Fred L. O'Brien scholarships. That's 1,600 student athletes. That's just in the last 40 years.
For sure.
If you want to talk numbers, and it's as I said earlier, and I may be repeating myself, that's as rewarding for Jim and I as it is for the student athletes themselves.
And that's without touching on the impact that you've had at the pool and all the impact that you've had at the club for the number of years that you guys have both been there too. Sorry to cut you off.
No, that's okay. We also try to help the different organizations within the community if they need something, some help with some donations or some supplies, we would get it for them. So if they needed to raise money for Little League, for baseball, for whatever it may be, we try to reach out and raise some money to help them.
Absolutely, and that's great. It's what I feel like East Boston kind of embodes itself on, right? We're always tight-knit, helping people out, just trying to take care of each other. I feel like that's the community that we were all born and raised in. I feel like that's what makes people, so prideful about, being from East Boston.
Yeah, and another note I'd like to make is this is the first time in the East Boston Athletic Board history that I can remember that we are honoring several organizations within the community that have done a great job with the youth and helping the community. The Salesian Boys and Girls Club, the Parrott Street Community Center, the Pino Community Center, the YMCA, and the East Boston Social Center. So this is them celebrating our success with what they have done over the years too. So it's the first time that we have done something like this.
Absolutely. Well, it's an exciting night here at Spinelli's. We're just about an hour underway to the big night. Anything else you guys would like to share with the community before everyone gets to tune into these big interviews?
Yes, Stevie, thank you. So as the president said, we solicit donations, and people have been extremely generous to us in the community because I think they look upon us as the athletic/scholarship entity in East Boston, and that they know the solid reputation that the athletic board has. But we can't do what we do, Stevie, and the president would agree, without the help of the East Boston Foundation. Without the foundation, we can't do what we do. So,
For sure. Shout out to the East
hats
Boston
off,
Foundation.
Shout out to the East Boston
Yeah,
Foundation.
quick little round of applause. Absolutely.
Yes,
Shout out to them. But yeah, we are really excited for the night. We got great food. We got great company, great people coming in, the biggest turnout yet. So we're really excited. And since the Sandbox is going to be in the building with you guys. So thank you guys for taking some time. I know there's a lot going on right now, but I'm really excited for whatever's about to come next.
Thanks, Steve. We're happy that you were here to do this with us. I thought it was a great idea to do something different. Me and Dave are not of the age of podcasting.
Yeah.
But,
I told the president, I don't even know what a podcast is or streaming is. I don't even own a cell phone. So how's that, everybody out there?
It's a great first, though, right? This is a great conversation.
and we had our great friend Steve, who we knew who was doing since the Sandbox, so he agreed to do this for us, and I think it will be really amazing to have this done at our 75th anniversary.
So clue me in. So this at some point will be on the internet that you can watch. So I imagine the student athletes who are awarded tonight are going to be
They can watch it
gung-ho
as
to
many
watch.
times they want.
Okie doke.
And everyone in Minnesota can watch, too.
Yes.
We'll talk to you guys throughout the night.
Thanks, Steve.
All right, guys, we're here with the first award recipient
What's up, guys? What's up?
of the evening, the Jerry Barletta Award for athletics. Not just athletics, but athletics and character. So someone who's not only a good athlete, but shows character out on the field. We're here with our award winner,
Gio Angelico.
Gio Angelico.
Graduate of East Boston High School.
There we go. That was my next question, right? Graduate from East Boston High School,
Yeah.
and obviously we know you here since the Sandbox, but for all our viewers, let them know kind of what sports you play and all that fun stuff.
I played football, basketball, and track. I've been playing football since I was very, very young. Basketball as well, and I think
Yeah, and I
that's
got
good.
the pleasure to coach Gio in basketball for a couple years.
Great coach,
great
great coach.
kid. So, you know, a little buzz around you right now. You kind of want to let
Yeah.
everyone know what your future plans are?
so. I will be going to the University of Michigan. Academically, I wish I could play. You know, I was thinking about that a lot, and you know, I'm here trying to change the culture in Eastie. To me, going to the University of Michigan not only is impressive, but I'm trying to make sure that the future generations know that you can do anything you
And
put your
not
mind to,
only
man.
going to Michigan, going on a full scholarship, right?
Yes, sir. Full
Yep.
scholarship.
Yep. So you
don't
know
gotta
Coach
pay a
Kev will be
dime.
down watching some football
I
games
can't
this
wait,
year.
man. It's gonna be sick.
But to dive into the award a little bit, like I said, it's about athletics and character. So I want to hear in your words, because obviously, you know, I coached you and I could
Yeah.
say a lot, but what does this award mean to you, and what does it mean to kind of be recognized for not only your athletics, but for that character as well?
So I will say, sports means a lot to me, but the emphasis on character means much more. Being able to be recognized as someone who goes out there, works hard, but also helps with the youth, because at the end of the day, you can get so many touchdowns, so many buckets and ball, but people are going to know you for who you are as a character. And to be able to receive this award, man, it's an honor. So.
No, and that's what I always tell people. I mean, as good of an athlete as you can be, if people remember your character, that sticks with people a
Yeah.
lot more, right? So,
You got to be a good guy too, man.
yeah. Well, awesome, Gio. It was great chatting with you. Congrats.
Always good, Kev.
And have fun in Michigan. All right?
I'll see you there. Don't worry.
What's going on, everybody? I'm here with Tegan Scarpa, who is fresh recipient of some new recognition. Tegan, what'd you just get recognized for?
I got recognized for the Frank Scarpa Award.
That's real fancy that you got recognized for that one. I do have to say, 10 years ago, 2015, I got the same recognition. I think it's very fitting here. But Tegan, you want to just tell everybody who you are, what you do, what sports you play, and what your plans are for next year?
Yeah, my name is Tegan Scarpa. I'm born and raised in Eastie, and I go to Boston Land School. And next year I'll be going to UMass Amherst.
Awesome.
And I play basketball.
Perfect. Thank you, Tegan. And through the sports you play, define the type of teammate that you are to get this recognition.
So the type of teammate I would describe myself as is I'm not one to take the lead. I'm always the one that takes the step back for my teammates to take the lead. And I feel like overall I help boost the overall morale of my team because as I said, like I like to put other players first instead of me, which overall I think creates a good environment for our whole team.
Absolutely, and great character. Tegan, we know you're going to do great things. Congratulations, brother. I'm sure I'll see you at the next barbecue.
Yep. Thank you, Steve.
Congratulations. I'm Steve Toro. This is a big reward for you, Sebastian. Just tell everyone who you are, what you plan on pursuing, and the sports you play.
All right. My name is Sebastian Hartunduaga. I love doing this track and field stuff.
Okay.
Really
That's awesome.
looking to pursue that and going into JUCO.
Okay.
Probably Roxbury Community College.
Okay.
Gonna do some welding as well.
That's a great route. I see you getting recognized here for some sportsmanship. What is so important to you about sportsmanship?
I think it plays a big part on the person you become in the future.
Okay.
It really says like about you.
Your character.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Looking to get a scholarship, trying to really get good at what I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking some time with us. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
All right. Take
Nice
care.
to see you.
Guys, I'm here with Ashley. Ashley just got recognized for an amazing award. Ashley, you want to introduce yourself and just say where you went to school and what you plan on doing next?
Well, hi, my name is Ashley. I went to East Boston High School, just graduated the 13th of this month.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And now I'm going to be heading to Salem State University for nursing.
Hey, let's go. I was also a Salem State graduate, so just got to be a little bit excited about that. You're being recognized for your tremendous character and leadership. Can you share why you believe you deserve this award?
Well, I didn't expect me to get this award. I didn't even know I was getting this, honestly. But, I mean, just like all the hard work I've had done for cheerleading and softball for the past 4 years really like says a lot for me. Like when Coach Dave said that I got the most, like one of the most RBIs, I was like, wow. Like I didn't even know my own. But I was actually so proud to hear like all the stuff my coaches said about me as well. It's just, you just have to keep your head up, believe in yourself, and then just keep on moving forward.
Absolutely. And my last question to you here, what would you say your leadership style is, and what is some character traits that you typically like to have as a teammate?
Okay, for me, leadership first. I'm very like harsh. I'm very hard at first, but I know every person's limit. You
Okay.
know what I mean? So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I know when I can go like push someone a little more further than they can, and vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And for character, I just like being empathetic.
Okay.
If you're having a hard time with something, you can come speak to me, and then I will always understand. So that's like something very important.
That's a great leader. Well, congratulations once again. I know you're going to do great things at Salem State, and we're hoping to see you at some more baseball games.
Of course, I'll always be there.
Awesome. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so
Take care.
much.
All right, we're here with the Zito Outstanding Award for Outstanding Football Player, right? Who are we here with? Introduce yourself.
Chris Testa.
Chris Testa, all right. And Chris, obviously you won this football award, but you want to fill kind of the viewers in on the other sports that you've played?
I also played baseball and track.
Baseball and track, there you go. And obviously I know, right? I got the pleasure of coaching you in football. We've had some conversation, but let the people know what you're going to be up to next year. Where
I'll
you're
be
going, what you're getting into.
playing football at Anna Maria College.
Football Anna Maria. Now, I'm a Suffolk guy, so I don't know if I can wear an Anna Maria shirt, but I'll come to some of your games and rep you on. But obviously, you know, you've played all these sports. Football, you've played your whole life, right?
Yeah, since I was
So-
3.
Since you were 3, exactly. So is there anything in particular, either like this season or maybe like in any of your high school seasons that kind of like either feels special to you or that you remember the most?
I think last year was we had a good record.
Of course, I got to ask, your favorite football memory of all time. This could be Pop Warner. This could be pick up with your friends, high school. What's your favorite football memory of all time?
Playing Pop One with my friends.
Chris, congrats.
Thank you.
And good luck next year at Anna Maria.
We're back with another conversation at the East Boston Athletic Board Banquet of Champions. And who am I here with?
Kimberly Ayala.
Kimberly, I feel like you've been trying to come on since the sandbox for a little bit right now.
Yes,
no?
it's my 9th grade where
That's
I met
right.
Steve. He was telling me about his podcast, but I never got a chance to right now.
So how are we feeling about the night so far?
I'm feeling great. This scholarship really gonna help me because I'm a little brokenness. This gonna help. This really gonna help. Like it's gonna be a big help. It's gonna help me like study without being financially worried.
So what's going on for the next couple of years? What are the plans looking like?
I'm gonna be doorman and going to Framingham State.
Okay.
I'm gonna be doorman with Joanna.
Okay, that's what's up. That sounds like
And-
fun.
I feel like I'm gonna change my major, but as of right now, it's gonna be psychology, and I wanna end up being a social worker.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome. What made you want to pursue that?
I feel like helping kids, especially if you grow up in East Boston, like we're all about kids,
Absolutely.
helping
The
them kids,
community.
the community, the family. So I feel like that's what pushed me, and like to help them in general.
For sure. Awesome. Well, congratulations. Thank you
Thank
so much for
you.
coming. I know it was quick. You'll come back to Parachute and we'll have a longer
All
one.
right.
But best of luck with everything.
Thank you.
Of
Thank
course. We're back, and who am I sitting with today?
Hi, I'm Madelina Vivas, but everyone calls me Maddie.
Okay, Maddie. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
What are your future plans?
So I'm going to Boston College, the Messina
Okay,
campus.
okay.
Yes. I'm going to be studying psychology and human development.
What made you want to go BC?
Because it's BC.
No, absolutely. But it's like, being in
Yeah.
Boston, is that just like,
Yeah.
oh, like this is
No,
always one of
yeah.
the most prestigious schools?
Yeah, and definitely because of what I want my future career to be. I want to transition into political science and then be a lawyer. I feel like Boston is
Ooh.
kind of like the place to stay.
Yeah.
And my family's here, so I don't want to be too far from them.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
it sounds like you have a lot of work ahead.
Yes.
What was the moment that you were like, oh, I think like being a lawyer could be the thing for me?
I don't know. I've always been like the argumentative one in my family, and politics and just like how the government works and
sure.
policies. So it's like
You want to
so
be able to be
interesting.
that person?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Well, congratulations. Best of
Thank
luck on
you.
everything.
Thank you
you for
so
spending
much.
some time on Since the
Yes,
Sandbox.
of course.
What's up, y'all? We're here with the
We're
2025 East Boston Athletic Board Outstanding Basketball Player of the Year. You want to introduce yourself real quick?
My name's Robin. This is one of my first JV coaches right here.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah. Wish I got to see you play senior year, but unfortunately we're not going to get into that now. That's a story for another time.
We can't.
But
Another day, another dollar.
But anyway, what are your? Obviously, we've had conversations. I know, but let the viewers know what your plan is for next year.
All right, my plans next year is to go to attend Bridgewater State and hopefully become a social worker.
Hopefully, become a social worker. All right. And I already told Robin this a few months ago. Bridgewater State is lit. That was my number one, so I'm gonna be out there visiting them at some point. That's
sometime
a fact.
he gonna be out there with me.
That's a fact. But obviously, basketball is something you played your whole life, right? And, ups and downs throughout your high school career. But what's one thing that you would say you learned or grew to overcome kind of throughout your basketball career, whether it was on the court or off the court?
Honestly, just push through. There's always something worse happening. Someone's always got something on worse than you. There's always literally something worse. So just be grateful and keep pushing.
And last question, why do you love the game of basketball?
That,
Yeah, that should be the easiest one.
to be honest, I don't know, playing it with my grandfather as a kid, but then growing up, I don't know, I just like the aggressiveness, being able to get my anger out on the court. 'Cause
Yeah.
I can't play football, so.
Yeah. And if you know Grandpa Bill, man, he's courtside every game. So
Pa's always there.
Facts. He's always there. But all right, Robin, congrats, bro. Good luck. I'll be seeing you at Bridgewater next
Yes,
year.
sir.
How we doing tonight, man?
Good, I'm doing good.
It's a big night.
It is. It
Yeah?
is. Yeah.
How you feel?
Excited, man. Nervous that I was getting the award. Nervous to get up, but happy that I got it.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you want to give everyone a little introduction, who you are, where you went, and what you plan on pursuing next year?
Yeah, my name is Chris Acosta. I went to East Boston High School, and in the fall, I'm going to be attending Salem State University.
Hey, let's
Yeah.
go. Graduate from Salem State, graduate from Eastie, so I think you're in a great place. Chris, the boys soccer team has been a part of some great runs in the city the past couple of years. Do you want to reflect on what some of those journeys and experiences have been for you?
Mostly heartbreak, My sophomore year, we got very close. We got to the final, but lost. Junior year, senior year, we got to the semifinals, but didn't make it to the finals. So we didn't get lucky enough to win it, but it was a good run.
Did you have any learning points or takeaways from those experiences? I feel like, often days, like especially when you're looking at like the city sports, it's not always easy to create that path, that avenue to get to the distances that you guys have. Just is anything you took away from those moments that you can maybe use that as fuel for the next steps?
Nothing is easy, man. You think you're gonna play an easy team, but they surprise you and then you end up losing. But I definitely say take every game seriously and play hard and you'll win.
Absolutely. You plan on playing soccer at Salem State?
Yeah.
Let's go. Might have to catch a game.
Yeah, you have to.
Chris, congratulations. Enjoy the rest of the night, brother, okay?
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Davi, congratulations, man.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah?
you.
How you doing? How you feeling?
I feel good. I'm
Yeah?
doing great.
It's a big award. Getting announced from Coach Dave, that's obviously going to mean a little bit something to you.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to us about, the swim season and what your future plans are?
So my swim season, it was pretty cool.
Okay.
It was really good. I liked it as the final season. I feel like it really captivated everything.
For sure.
Finished off with my fastest time ever.
Amazing. In what?
In breaststroke.
Okay.
100 breaststroke. I covered the wide range of events that we needed because a lot of our main swimmers were seniors last year. And so I was a junior at that time. And while I was covering the area that we needed to cover the most, which was breaststroke, they were also covering things like the IM, the
Okay.
individual medley relay. Not relay, the individual medley. And that's something that I needed to cover. So I had to jump out of something that I normally did into something new and still place pretty
In a
well.
good spot, yeah. And sometimes that's a challenge for a lot of people, being able to go out of their comfort zone and really do that. So I definitely applaud you for that. And I feel like for, the next couple, steps in your life, sometimes people are put in a little bit uncomfortable scenarios, but you learn a lot about yourself in those. What are you most excited for next?
Most excited to move on and keep on swimming.
Okay.
I plan on joining a state team and then move to a country team.
Awesome.
I want to make it at least an appearance in the Olympics.
Awesome.
I feel like that'd be cool.
Let's go. Well, listen, when you're back on the Olympics, for you to come right back here.
Yeah. I told everyone that if I do make it to the Olympics, I'd come back to where I started and I'd do all the interviews I have to do.
All right. Let's make it happen. Congratulations on the night, and I'm sure there's a lot more great things coming your way.
Thank
All
you.
right? Take care. Well, how we doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How's the night going?
It's going great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is a pretty nice award right there to
Yeah.
start it all off. You want to tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Bilal. I just graduated from the Boston Lions School. Attending Northeastern in the fall. I'll be running cross country and track and field.
Woo! What are you pursuing?
I'll be majoring in biology to go on the pre-med track.
Oh, nice. What made you decide to go in that direction?
Well, originally I wanted to pursue engineering, but I took an AP Physics class my junior year, and I decided I don't know if this was the right thing for me, so I opted for a different track and decided to go into. I wanted to major in biology, but I'm still open to maybe switching my major later on. I'm not 100% sure yet.
Okay. No, I mean, that's not a problem. I feel like those are all things that as you're going on, with you take the classes and everything, you really get to see this is something that really interests me, or this is something that I'm not really too sure. But I feel like that's the exciting part about life. But talk a little bit about Latin. I mean, you feel like you have to be in a prepared scenario to be attending Northeastern.
Yeah, I think it definitely prepared me well for it. The workload over there is not the easiest thing to handle, especially while trying to do a sport and trying to do something all 3 seasons. So I think it's definitely prepared me well, and just the connections I made with people, it's helped, and I think it's going to continue to help me.
The other 2 seasons, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I did cross country in the fall, and then indoor track and outdoor track.
Oh,
so,
perfect. So it all goes hand in hand.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you most excited for next?
Honestly, just to be on the team and just to compete in the NCAA, be a college athlete.
Yeah, I mean, that's a dream for a lot of people, so you're living it.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. Congratulations, brother. Thank you for taking some time.
Thank you.
Of course. You too. Calvin, how's the night going?
It's
Congratulations.
Going great. Thank you.
Yeah, you having some fun?
I am. It's just, I don't know. It's a bit odd. I wasn't expecting this.
No?
No, I mean, I was, but I don't know. I feel like I'm just so to myself.
No, it's some you know what? Sometimes it's okay to get pushed out of your comfort zone a little bit to do something, and you just learn a lot more about yourself through that too. But for anyone that doesn't know, do you mind just introducing yourself, what your plans are for next year?
Okay, my name is Calvin Fernandez. My plans for next year is to attend Regis College. I plan on playing for their D3 volleyball team.
Let's go.
Hopefully, libero position. That'll all go. I'm trying to do it on a walk-on.
Okay.
So let's see how tryouts goes.
Yeah. You gotta make sure you show them girls up.
Yes. I plan on pursuing secondary education and hopefully coming back to East Boston to be a teacher.
Okay. Anywhere specific?
I want to be a math teacher.
Okay.
Yeah. So East Boston High specifically.
All right. Listen, we got the headmaster right in the other room. We'll start sending notes right now. Absolutely. We love making sure our East graduates are taken care of. But when did playing volleyball, really start happening for you?
It started in 8th grade. I was just summoned on from my best friend's mom. She was a coach at AUU, specifically Evo. And she just walked me on and was like, no, you're going to play. And then that specific year, I started as like a JV position, which is club. And then went on to nationals and then went on from there. I played in Revere my freshman, sophomore year. Was a great year. Specifically, my sophomore year, we had a 20-0 season.
Let's go. That's huge.
And then I moved over to East Boston High my junior year and just met these wonderful teammates and coaches. And I'm just so glad that I was able to create like 2 families in my high school journey.
What was that transition like? Was that a difficult transition for you?
Specifically, yes. I'm not going to lie because I did grow up in East Boston. So like leaving and then coming back and not being so close to everybody when everybody has these groups already formed junior year.
It's tough.
It was a little scary, but I was just so welcomed by like my teammates and then other students in the school.
Absolutely.
They just made it so much better.
For sure. What are you most excited for next?
Honestly, just starting my life. Like I just always envisioned buying my home and starting my family. Not now, but soon.
Let's go. Let's go.
But definitely coming out the house. I'm grateful for my parents so much. They've helped me get to where I am today. AU is not free. But hopefully with college coming up, I'm going to get as much support as I can from them. And we'll see from there.
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
Well, thank you so much for taking some time, and congratulations once
Thank
again
you.
in your first podcast experience too. Let's go.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're back. This one was in the works for quite some time after seeing all the street hockey games at the Boys and Girls Club and all these hockey stories. Outstanding hockey player Anthony Palmer. Anthony, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Anthony Palmer. Originally from Winter, Mass, but live in Wakefield now. Started freshman year school at St. Mary's of Lynn. Now I go to school at Avon Old Farms. One more senior year.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yep.
So, Anthony, for anyone that doesn't know, it takes a lot to get recognized as a hockey player now in the city. Yeah. You want to let us know a little bit of what you have going on? I know you had something big that was supposed to come up today.
Oh, yeah. Today I was supposed to be in the Bahamas.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I had to cancel to be here, of course.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
But Anthony, with everything that you have, in your future and everything like that, what are you most excited for?
Well, I just got a taste of juniors to the next level, kind of being by myself, that's going to be like a gap year in between high school and college.
For sure.
And it was like an amazing experience out there. Like, it's like, even at our Avon, like, by yourself, you got to college early. I mean, it's all crazy. I mean,
how do you feel about the transition? Like, you feel good?
I feel good. I feel like I do well in the transition. It doesn't not too hard for me.
Yeah.
Because I've kind of grown up, like with just my mom. I've had to take stuff, do things myself more. And I'm at school, like, same thing. I got a roommate there though, which is cool.
Yeah. Absolutely. What are you most excited for, and what's next?
Next year, senior year, hopefully gets a break. Jonathan Quick?
Yeah.
So he went to Avon Old Farms.
Okay.
And hopefully I can break his shutout record, which would be amazing.
Wow. Okay.
That's the
a
dream.
lofty goal right there. Let's
That's the dream
go.
for next year. But after that, hopefully commit to a school.
Nice.
I'm talking Wesleyan, which is D3 a little bit.
Okay.
Sacred Heart as well.
Nice.
So, we'll see what the future holds for that. But
yeah, a lot of good hockey competition there for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony, this is a long time coming from those Olympic week and 2 Tower days, but very, very happy for you. Congratulations and best of luck with everything
Thank you so much
going
for
forward.
having me.
Of course. Always a pleasure, brother.
Of course. Thank you.
William, we're here at the East Boston Athletic Board banquet. How are we feeling about tonight?
Feeling great. Thank you.
Oh, of course. Just getting recognized here. You want to talk a little bit about your sport and introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, so I'm one of 5 brothers.
Okay.
And
it's a competitive household.
It is a very competitive household. I started off playing soccer when I was 4, and when the coach changed, I just picked up a racket and I just stuck with it ever since. So I've been playing for 15 years now.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I could definitely tell you probably got a better backswing than I do. But oftentimes tennis is overlooked, compared to other sports. Can you share why tennis is such a challenging sport?
That's a great question.
Or why you enjoy the sport?
I guess it's just like It's pretty much you versus you.
Yeah.
Because unlike soccer, it's more like a team sport. If one person fails, then you guys all go out together. But in like tennis, like if you play singles, then like if you lose, like it's on you. Like that's it.
There's no one else. Yeah,
No one else.
absolutely. Can you tell me some positives about growing up in a household with all those siblings? How has that changed you as an athlete?
Well, definitely helped me with my confidence, and like we kept pushing each other as brothers, and all 5 of us like competed at high levels with each other, and we all got better. When one brother gets better, we all get better. Like it passes down.
Okay, I love that. What are you most excited for about what's next?
I'm ready for college tennis.
Yeah?
I'm ready, yeah.
Where are we going?
UMass Boston.
UMass Boston. What are we pursuing?
Economics.
Okay. I was an economics minor myself, so be ready for a lot of graphs, a lot of supply and demands, a lot of fun stuff. But thank you so much for taking the time, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
All
Have
right,
a good
take
night.
care. I'm here with Adriano, continuing our interviews at the East Boston Athletic Board Banquet. You just got recognized for the James A. Satori College Athlete Award. Tell us a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself, and what sport you play.
So, like you said, my name is Adriano. I play soccer. Right now, I'm at Emerson.
Okay.
I'm from El Salvador. I actually got here like in 2017 when the Patriots had just won.
Hey.
And like that was my first that was my entry to the USA.
Yeah.
The Patriots parade, which
That's iconic.
But I didn't become a Patriots fan. I'm a Chiefs fan. I feel like I gotta say that.
Yeah. Nah, hey, listen, I'm a Giants fan, so it's all good. I know. See, I didn't do that.
You're worse.
Yeah.
He said Bills. Nah, Chiefs.
That's
Chiefs.
so funny. But how you feeling about the night so far?
I really like Eastie. I've lived here since I got here.
Okay. Emerson's close.
Yeah, Emerson's close. That's why I stayed, because I want to stay in Boston. I didn't want to go far.
Yeah.
Plus, the coaches I already had known both of them for 4 years, so that's why I went. But I mean, I was here last year and I got 3 awards as well, so it's always good to come back.
Amazing. Yeah. Do you want to talk about maybe some challenges you had to go through when transitioning over here to Boston to help get you to where you are today?
In East Boston, I was the star.
Yeah.
I was the main guy. And then in college, I went in and it was these 22-year-olds, 24-year-olds, grad students that come from playing D1. And I'm playing against at some point I was playing against the second best team in the country.
Yeah.
And my coach puts me in a position I've never
been
played
in?
before. And
Yeah.
if I say so, that was one of my best games.
Oh,
I think
wow.
The biggest challenge when it comes to sports is confidence. Especially with that transition, I feel like it was really hard to go from being the main guy. I mean, I was on the news and everything.
Hey,
and then
let's go.
Now
man.
I'm it started slow. I was getting 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I was like, damn, bro, this is gonna be. But then I was becoming more regular, getting 60 minutes. At some point, I got 70 minutes.
Oof.
And I think it's just, I always say this when I go into a game, if I get the first touch, first pass right, the whole thing flows.
Yeah.
But I think confidence is what kills a lot of athletes.
Absolutely, and I don't think that you're one that shy about that confidence. So definitely appreciate that. What are you most excited for? What's next?
Damn, I don't know. It's the thing about college is that it goes by so fast. I wouldn't pick a thing, but
yeah.
I
Just
think
another year in it.
Another year, yeah. Another year with the boys.
Absolutely. No, we love that. Well, congratulations, and hopefully we're seeing you back here next year, and best of luck with everything.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah, go Chiefs, right?
Yeah, go Chiefs.
This is the main event right here, all right? We're here with not only the outstanding baseball player of the year, but the outstanding male athlete of the year, Steve. I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Steve Chappa, graduated from East Boston High, class of 2025. I'll be taking my talents to Emmanuel College, and I'm excited to win this award.
Spoke like a true champion. I'll be taking my talents to Emerson College. How does it feel to be recognized not only as the outstanding baseball player, but outstanding athlete? Because I think anyone that watched you can say you're a pretty hard-hitting outside linebacker back there. So how does it feel to not only get recognized as a baseball player, but also just as the male athlete of the East Boston Athletic Board in general?
Well, I put all my hard work in. I wanted to get that notice, all the times in the gym, staying late at the field. I really showed off, and I'm glad to receive this award because all that, it really just paid off at the end.
Yeah.
I've had fun playing this all past 2-3 years. Baseball, football, I love those sports. It was just really fun playing.
Awesome. And, obviously, graduating high school, now you're transitioning to college, right? If you could have a conversation with yourself, right, 5 to 10 years from now, what do you think you would say? or where do you find yourself?
It's a hard one, you know. If I was looking at myself 10 years ago, I'd be like, we did it.
Yeah.
You know, all the sacrifices my parents made for me, you know. I wouldn't be there without them. They're my main supporters, and I appreciate everything they've done for me, you know.
Yeah. And Steve, a lot of people don't know this, but you actually started off at Malden Catholic, right? So talk about that and that transition to Eastie. Was it difficult? Was it kind of on the easier side, or?
Well, as my way, I came midway through my sophomore year, and when I started at MC, you know, I liked it a lot, but then I realized that East Boston, you know, is a good school. I had made that transition, and it was I liked it, you know. It was more my style.
Right.
And felt right for me.
Love that. So talking to your teammates, right, and your peers at Eastie, what message might you have for them, whether that's, you know, thanking a specific coach or, you know, thanking a teammate or a teacher? Kind of, is there anyone that you want to either like shout out or kind of shine some light to?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out Coach Paz from football, and Coach Arnella from baseball, and my guy right here,
and Coach Kev.
Best assistant coach out there. Yeah, man, my teammates, you know, without them, I don't know where I'd be. Always encouraging people to get up, do what they need to do, keeping their heads up, staying in the game. That's why we win a lot of games, you know. You need that positive attitude to get far. Keep your head down. You're not getting nowhere. You gotta stay positive the whole time. Make the plays. Don't forget about it. Next play. Make a mistake. Move on.
Yeah.
Simple.
And something that, you know, me and Jeff talk about a lot, and I've had this conversation with Coach Paz too, and I'm not just saying this because you're here, right? But we always said, like, especially with this new generation of athletes, you're always someone that kind of seems more old school, right? You get down, not down like attitude-wise, but like you get down on the field. Your passion obviously is second to none, right? So is that something that you kind of grew into, or something you always had, or kind of something?
Every time I stepped on that field, I always give it 110%. You know, I'd always try my hardest, and
Yeah.
I'd always give it to my boys. I told them we're a family out there. I put my heart out there for you guys. You just gotta do the same for me.
Yeah. One thing Choppa does not like to do is lose, that's for sure. But Chop,
very competitive. Yeah.
congrats on the awards and all your success in high school as an athlete and a student, and good luck next year. All right.
Thank you, kid.
What did we just get? What did we just get recognized
So
for?
I won Female Athlete of the Year.
Let's go! But this wasn't the only recognition on the night, right? What else did we get?
No, I also won I think athlete of the year too for an Eastie banquet as well. So I got 2 big awards.
2 big awards, 2 big trophies on the shelf. How we feeling tonight?
I feel great. I feel accomplished, and it's a great feeling to get recognized for sure.
As you should.
Yeah.
Tell us what's next. What's next?
So
in your
I will
world?
be attending Framingham State.
Okay.
And possibly doing track.
Okay.
As well. It's definitely what I'm thinking of doing. I know it comes with a lot, but I feel like I can handle it.
Yeah, I mean, you got those awards. You show that you got the work ethic and the
Yeah.
determination to do so. What will you be studying at Framingham?
I'm going to be studying psychology.
Okay.
I really want to be a neuropsychologist.
Okay.
So that's the goal. That's the plan.
Nice.
Yeah.
What made you want to pursue that?
So I feel like mental health is a really big thing that's talked about now. And
Yeah.
I feel like I love to hear other stories and help in any way I can. So I feel like I want to really pursue that as well.
Awesome. I love that, and I think in our world, as we continue to like grow and advance, there's a big front on just making sure that everyone properly prioritizes that. But with the commitment to school and still trying to pursue your sport, just talk about commitment. How are you like as far as work ethic and dedication? How do you feel like your traits are in those?
So definitely, I started sports very young.
Okay.
So it was always like what I loved doing. Like I love going on the field, going on the track. Even when I did basketball, like I loved going on the court. Like it was
Let's
great.
go.
I love the feeling. I love having teammates. And
Okay.
I love, you meet a lot of new people as well. Like I made so many good friends just playing sports.
For
Like,
sure.
Not even in the classroom. And it really helped me get through things as well. I feel like sports is a very big way of like coping.
Absolutely.
And I can speak for many too. And it definitely took a lot of commitment, a lot of dedication, a lot of late nights.
Absolutely.
But I loved it.
Good. And it paid off, right?
Yes, it definitely did. It definitely did. Yeah.
Absolutely. No, I mean, I would say, like, as a former athlete myself, like, just being able to have, like, those same intangibles and thoughts and just applying those to everything that I do in life, I feel like is so important. But the last question for you, what are you most excited for next?
I'm really excited for opening the new chapter of college.
Okay.
I feel like just that alone is just so exciting. And then even possibly becoming part of the track team there, I'm
For sure.
so excited for it.
Let's
so
go.
Excited,
Yeah, you're going to kill it. Big things.
Thank
We'll see
you.
you back here real
Yes,
soon.
I'll be back.
Congratulations.
Thank
Great
you.
job.
Thank you so
yes,
much.
of course. Take care. I'm here with Michaela. Michaela, welcome. First into Sandbox Appearance. How are we feeling tonight? It's a big night.
Good.
Yeah, a lot of big things going on. I know softball and sports has been so heavily in your world since God knows who can remember. But how are you feeling about tonight and all the recent recognition?
Good, good. It makes me feel like all the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears is all worth it.
For sure.
I'll
Absolutely.
definitely miss it. So.
Yeah, I mean, putting on that Eastie uniform, that blue and gold, obviously I could still rep the blue and gold now, but that wearing that uniform is drastically different. Do you
Yeah.
want to tell us about your plans for next year?
So next year, attending Bunker Hill.
Okay.
So my first year, I'm doing health sciences, and then in the spring, I apply for ultrasound tech, and I start in the summer.
Oh, nice. That's really fun. What made you want to pursue that?
I wanted to be a nurse, but the school, I'm not the best at school.
It's
so.
literally okay. You got pretty far right now, so yeah.
But this is 2 years instead of 4, and I would get paid higher than a nurse and still get to be in the medical field.
Okay, so that works
that's
out.
why I chose that.
Absolutely.
'Cause I definitely knew I wanted to do something in the medical field, but
Good. Yeah, the medical field can really use your help. But you got a couple recognitions tonight. That's a big deal.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm sure that'll really help with everything that's coming next. But what are you most excited for? What's next?
I think I'm just ready to move on to the next chapter of my life and not be stuck in high school anymore. I get to move into the real world and be something big.
Absolutely.
Instead of just a student athlete, I can become something bigger. So I'm excited
For
the
sure.
next step.
But I mean, you and your family have had a lot of experiences through
Yeah,
Eastie in
definitely.
sports and everything like that. What has all those experiences really meant to you?
A lot. It means a lot, I think it just makes me very grateful and proud
Yeah.
of my family for teaching me the values that they have. I wouldn't have been able to do this without them.
For
So,
sure, and
yeah.
and not only to you, but to so many others around the East Boston community.
I know it's just so cute when all my little cousins come up to me and they're like, teach me how to pitch, teach me how to catch softball. So I think it's just it's so cute to me, and it just makes me think of how I was at their age. I didn't really care about softball. I didn't take it too seriously until high school. So
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Michaela, it's always fun having you. Thank you so much for taking some time, and congratulations.
Thank
of
you.
course.
I appreciate it.
All right, we're here and we're back and we're with our award winner.
It says my name is Tony Gerasi.
Mhm.
I grew up in East Boston. I played all my sports at East Boston, for East Boston, and no matter where I live, I'm always an East Boston resident.
So for those, us younger crowd, right?
Yeah.
Give us kind of a little bit of a background of, receiving this Hall of Fame award and kind of what it means to you and kind of what the road was like getting
Well,
there.
to be perfectly honest, I was totally surprised to be given this award because East Boston has hundreds of great athletes. But I am thankful for getting this award, and I guess I won it because of the volume of sports that I played. I was able to play 4 sports and receive 4 letters in my junior year of high school, something that's no longer allowed by the rules.
Yeah. So, thinking back, obviously, like you said, 4-sport athlete, and I'm sure there's a ton, but can you pick maybe one or two specifically, from your playing days, memories that you either cherish or remember even to this day?
All right, my cherished memory was being a part of the 1969 Class B Eastern Mass Baseball Champions.
Wow.
And if I'm correct, we're the only state champion baseball team in the history of East Boston.
Wow, look at that. See? History sitting here right on the podcast, right? No, that's awesome, though. That's awesome.
And then can I tell you one of my regrets?
Of course.
All right, one of my regrets was in 1969, Thanksgiving Day. We tied South Boston High School 0-0, and we had to share the district champions with our arch rivals.
I know, that's the worst, right? I also play football at East, and I always say, no matter how good or how bad we were, it's crazy, through the generations, That's always the one question you ask. Did you beat Celtic on Thanksgiving? They don't care what. You could go 9-1, 10-1. If you lost to Celtic, it was like the season was over.
And my regret is that it didn't help my team win.
Listen, it happens to the best of us. But just to wrap it up, right? As someone who's been in the community for years and played sports at a high level, is there any advice that you would give to this younger generation or any of these kids receiving awards today, whether that's in sports or kind of in life?
Well, it is not something that it's not my own opinion, but I had read this. It was in a book that Ted Williams wrote. And the book was about the pursuit of perfection. You will never be perfect, but every day you should strive to be perfect.
That's a great quote. That is a great quote. And I think that's a thing that's lost on a lot of athletes now, because I coach myself too, and I think a lot of these athletes kind of get the wrong idea of what perfect is, right? And think it's a goal, but they don't understand that the process is the goal, right? Like you said, you're never going to be perfect, but chasing that perfection is...
But it's the pursuit.
Exactly.
Every day.
It's the pursuit that matters the most.
Not only the pursuit on the field, it's what you do off the field. It's getting all your classwork done. It's being good to your mother and father.
Yeah. Being good to your teammates and all that.
Teammates.
Well, awesome.
That's
awesome.
the pursuit of
That's a
perfection.
great quote. That's a great quote. I love that. Well, thank you so much for your time, and congrats on the award.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. We're here with this year's recipient for Coach of the Year, Mr. Jason Smith. Want to give a little introduction of who you are, what you do?
Yeah, so I've been at East Boston High School for 19 years, the first 14 as a math teacher, and the last 5 as the director of mathematics for Mr. Brangiaforti at the high school.
And for those of you that don't know, we have Headmaster Phil Brangiaforti in the building as well. And, for you, right, I know you've only been coaching a couple years now, but you guys have had a ton of success. So how does this recognition feel?
It's great. It's an honor. I'm humbled that the East Boston board is recognizing, the accomplishments of the team. I think sometimes as coach of the year, my name's on it, but a lot of people help for this success that we've had. First and foremost, I haven't been on the field. It's all the student athletes of East Boston High School. And then behind the scenes, Phil and Mike Smith are always as supportive as anybody else. I'm not in the back room when Phil's on with other headmasters and scheduling MIAA tournament games and stuff, and I know he's back there fighting for the proper time, the proper location, making sure that we don't have to travel all the way out to Springfield to play or anything like that. It's a lot goes into this recognition, and it's great to see that it's East Boston High School boys soccer. Everybody up there helps out.
Right, and as you said, right, not only are you a coach, we're a teacher. Right now, you're the head of the math department. And what's one thing that you always tell your student athletes, whether that's in school or on the field? Is there anything specifically, whether it's getting good grades or being a good person or anything like that?
Every day, just try to find the best version of yourself. And I think every year the goal is to get just a little bit better than the day before. And that's a pretty hard goal to accomplish every day. And if you don't hit it one day, that's all right. The next day is another chance to accomplish that goal.
And of course, right, like I said, you guys have had a ton of success over the years, so congrats with that. But looking back on this year specifically, is there anything that stuck out to you with this group? Anything special about this group of seniors or even the underclassmen coming up next year?
Yeah, just the way they fought for it wasn't just let's go out and win this one or that one. That's play hard for everyone here. We're all together all the time. I know the guys are together now, playing and training right now. So, it really is the camaraderie, the team, the class pride and tradition behind it all is fantastic.
Right. Awesome. Well, thank you, Phil. Do you have anything to add in?
No, I just want to say congratulations to Jason. He did a terrific job. He brought the soccer program to the next level. He's got a ton of kids that are waiting So next year we are going to have a freshman program.
Oh, wow.
It's
Nice.
a testament to his leadership on the field and off the field. You know, he's making sure that not only are the kids doing it on the field, but they're also doing it in the classroom. If I had to say one thing about all our teams, I mean, we all have great teams at East Boston High School, but the soccer team is the one team that I see that stays together. You've seen it at our banquet.
Well, I was going to say, even being around the building coaching, I mean, we always say, like, the soccer kids are always everything, like walking together, walking down the hill, everything. They're always together, so I love seeing that.
Yeah, just to piggyback for a second with the commitment towards that freshman team. Anything that we do, it takes a commitment from Headmaster Granger
Right.
Forty. And I didn't even approach him about this. He came to me about it, and which is great.
Yeah.
You know, he sees what's going on in the building like any great leader would, and sees that there's a need for more soccer there, and he's 100% behind it, and I couldn't be, the soccer program couldn't be happier about it.
Love to hear it. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Here with Joe Ruggiero of the East Boston Athletic Board banquet. Joe, the pleasure is always mine when I get to sit next to you.
My pleasure.
How you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. I got a good award from a great community, and it's always good helping people, because if you can't help somebody, then you shouldn't be in the community.
Absolutely. Joe, but for a number of years now, you've been helping out, being the backbone, trying to just, wherever you can, always doing that, you and the family. What makes you choose to do that?
I've just learned from my grandparents, from my father, and just like your father, you know, we grew up in a community that sometimes just needed something and it couldn't be done by one person, so we decided to do something for many people to help them. The Columbus Day Parade, different things at the Kiwanis, putting schools back together when they needed to be taken care of. We always were there as one whole family.
For sure. No, I mean, I feel like it goes to show. You see Joe, you see the rest of your kids always, you know, helping out wherever it's needed. And East Boston always appreciates that. So this recognition tonight is just a small sliver of appreciation for everything that you do. And Joe, thank you so much for taking some time.
Good night, Matt.
Yeah. So June, from jumping bases to Spinelli's back in East Boston, how you feeling tonight?
It's great. It's great to be here at the athletic board and to bump in so many folks, and you know, people getting honored. Uncle Gerasi was one of my coaches. I looked up to Vinny and Joe, and to see like Johnny Forbes and so many folks, it's an incredible night, and you just reflected and feeling East Boston all over again.
Absolutely. So, Junior, I mean, you grew up here. You're a testament to what community is. But if you had to define it, how would you define community?
It's the people.
Yeah.
It's always about the people, and it's the people who are great. It's the people who believe in folks, and you know, and East Boston is rooted in so much around not just community but family.
Absolutely.
And there's no place in the city of Boston, any place like East Boston and the East Boston roots that people have.
Absolutely. This special achievement for you is well earned. I know you're always getting recognition. You always try and defer. But what would be a message that you have for the younger generation today?
You know, my big thing is be kind, be generous, be nice. Work hard, like earn your spot. Like nothing is given.
I love it.
Nothing is given. And I'd always say just be kind, but work and grind for everything that you deserve.
For sure. And June, I have to say, those same words have been repeated to us since we were at the Umana, 10, 11 years old.
Painted on the walls.
Yeah. And look, we're here today, and I still like to believe that those are things that I always try to embody myself by, live by on a daily basis. So just know that your mark was made there for me and for many others around the Boston community. So
listen, I'm just so honored, you know, honestly, Steve and Kevin, just to see the great men and the great leaders that you guys are. So East Boston's proud of you as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
June, congratulations. Always a pleasure taking the time with us. We're here with Uncle Joe Mario. Joe, how we feeling tonight?
Feeling great. Great to be here. Appreciate it greatly.
Absolutely deserving of this recognition. Joe, you're always doing so much for the East Boston community. Share with us why you choose to do so.
Like David had said earlier, truly blessed. Fortunate to born and raised here, still live here. my friends here. Most of my family is still here. Just a great place to be.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. Oftentimes in the podcast, we're always asking people, what community is or what community means to them. How would you define community?
Community to me is just being good to people, still seeing people locally in the area that have been here for years, people helping each other, starting from our grammar schools through our high school, through our local businesses. Again, very fortunate to be able to be here, and it's great to see a lot of young guys taking leadership roles and excelling in life.
Awesome. Joe, thank you so much for taking some time with us, and congratulations once again. The pleasure's all mine.
Blessed to be here, and thank you so much for the award.
Of course. Of course. Thank you, Joe. I'm here joined by the crew at the Salesian Boys and Girls Club. Justin, who was one of my campers, now current staff there, and Mike. Mike, please introduce yourself.
Mike Tryon, Executive Director, Salesian Boys and Girls Club. I've been with the club almost 8 years now.
That's a quick 8 years, Mike.
It sure was. Although some days it feels a little bit longer.
Oh,
but,
I'm sure.
Yeah, time flies.
But Mike, congratulations on this award. I feel like it really just shows all, the hard work and dedication for the club, keeping that as a resource for the community. What has that really meant to you, taking on that role and just seeing that transition come to light?
I was blessed to step into an amazing situation, right? Coming up on 80 years now for the Boys and Girls Club. And
Crazy.
I think that the footprint was there, and I think that the athletic board spoke so highly about all the great things that we do for kids and always have, and I think that's the goal, right? To provide affordable programming to everybody in our community that needs it. We have a team led by Justin and the programming team, like you've done, right?
Absolutely.
You guys do the work, man. I just help and provide the resources that you all need to
make that happen
and make that facility as top notch as we can, and we're really proud that we've done a lot of great things to the field and in the building. So
Absolutely.
We're getting there, and it never stops.
For sure.
Good stuff.
And how has everything been with Boston Scores? That new partnership. They've really done a lot to the place. So feel free to let everybody know.
Yeah, I think they're great. I mean, you need anything soccer related, they're there to provide it. The field's been an amazing resource, not just for soccer in our community, but also for our kids to have an opportunity to go and be on a state-of-the-art facility compared to the kind of overgrown vegetation that we suffered through for years, right? So
we love that.
Again, we're getting there, and I think it's a new opportunity for kids. I think that our community loves soccer, right? We talked all about it here tonight at the athletic board banquet.
For sure.
And more kids are going to have an opportunity to get to high school and then to college and potentially get scholarships and continue to play. And who knows, someday you may have the next Messi coming out of East Boston, and we can talk about the Salesian field that turned into the complex at Salesian Heights with Scores.
Sure. Yeah, that's amazing, and that's a good way to really think of it too, looping in that perspective. Justin, for somebody that has been at the club literally over the past 20 years, what does this recognition mean for someone that was there as a kid and now part of that impact right now?
Honestly, it's just a crazy experience to think about that I'm in this position. I know you've done it. I know Nicole, everybody else has been here. And just like me personally, being here and leading this team to go further and further to new heights is honestly the greatest opportunity I could ask for.
Love that, and there's no better person to do it. Passing down from the bloodline, right?
Yeah, I guess so. It just keeps going.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations. The Salesians obviously hits home for me, so very deserving and incredibly proud of the work you guys have done.
Proud of you too. Love watching all the great stuff you guys are doing. Congrats.
Thank you. Congratulations, guys. All right, Nicole, we're surrounded by the Paris Street family. You can definitely feel the love when we got this recognition. Shout out to the team. Nicole, how are we feeling tonight?
Amazing. Supported, loved, appreciated.
You've seen these events, take place over the years, whether they're for your kids or other kids in the community, and you and Paris Street, always seem to show up. What does that, really mean to you?
I think being a young girl of a single parent and having people show up for me at the Salesians when I was a young girl made me realize the need for it. So as I got older and was presented with the opportunities, just felt like it was my opportunity and my privilege to give back. And so here we are.
Absolutely. Nicole, what do you believe is the most important part of creating an impact and positive experience for any youth walking through the door at Paris Street?
It's all about the respect. You can't just request it. You have to show it. You have to give it. You give the respect to them and they give you the respect back, and it starts there.
And I feel like something that I always take away every single time I talk to you is you always consider, what is going on in the youth's home homes
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
and, you know, what they're carrying with them that we may or we may not know.
Right.
And I always, you know, really respected that. And,
Thank you.
and, you know, that's why I'm so happy to have a program like this over at Paris Street, and it just, like, really hits home with me. So, you know, with all that being said, just want to say congratulations
Thank
once
you.
again,
Thank you
because
for being a part of it.
yeah, no,
Appreciate
absolutely. And, you know, I just, there's so much special things that can't even be fully captured that go on at Paris Street.
We feel it. We feel the love.
And, you know, that's all led by you. So
Thank you very
great
much.
job.
I appreciate
Congratulations.
you.
Of course,
Thank you.
Nicole.
All right, guys, we're here, and I'm excited for this one. We're here with my buddy, Lauren Logan from the Marty Pino Center. Lauren, do you kind of want to dive in, kind of tell us who you are and what you do over at the Pino?
Yeah, I would love to. I'm actually so honored to accept this award on behalf of my staff at the Pino Center. I started actually at the Paris Street Community Center when I was about 17 years old. I took the youth workers job at the Pino. Went from the youth worker to the program soup to now I'm honored to say I'm the director there. I got almost 19 years in the community center, and it's my heart and soul.
And there's no one like Lauren out there, guys. I'll tell you, she really is the best. But with that being said, like you said, you started at Paris Street, now you're at the Pino, but kind of being there, you know, throughout the years and, you know, all the generations of kids that have come through, what kind of, or how do you feel, or what do you feel is the impact on kids in these community centers?
Honestly, being in the job that I'm in and being able to offer all these different programs at zero cost is huge. It makes me feel so proud to work for BCYF because so many kids from our community, you know, don't have a ton of money. And the opportunities that we can present to them at zero cost makes me feel like we're doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's awesome, too. And there's, you know, everyone here is, you know, generations of EC people. And, like, even growing up, like, I remember it wasn't even the financials. It was just, like, the people that were there, right? Like,
Absolutely.
You had, you know, Gerald Carino over at Salesians, you know, you guys over at the Pino and Paris Street. And it wasn't even a matter of, like, sometimes we would just go there and sit down and hang out because we felt safe and it was somewhere to be where people respected us and, you know, it kind of kept us out of trouble. So that's awesome. But for you, you know, in this long journey of, you know, working at the community center, what would you say makes it most fulfilling about working with these youth? Is it kind of seeing them grow old? Is it, like you said, kind of giving them just a safe space to be? Or
honestly, like as cliche as it sounds, I am a BCYF kid myself. Right. And when I was younger, my family moved to Florida right fresh out of high school. So I got my own apartment, and if it wasn't for the people that I was working with at Paris Street, I would have went home to an empty house. Yeah. They became my family when I didn't have my family. So if I can give back like the smallest piece of that, that's the most fulfilling thing to me.
I love that. That's honestly a great answer because, like I was saying, like, yeah, I mean, there's, like you said, there's so many people in the community that, like, the Pino might be the only place they can go, you know, for
absolutely,
you know, a time period.
No,
or
like
it is, so
I
that's
think
awesome.
like for myself, like if I wasn't with the guys at Paris Street, I'd go home and I'd eat dinner by myself. Yeah. They became my home away from home, and I really hope that we are doing that at the Pino. Yeah. That's it for me, you know.
And I'll give it to you guys. You guys are always out as a team.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, whenever
sure.
one of you guys is around,
sure.
I see the other you guys around, and I love that, the camaraderie and everything. So that's awesome. But thank you, Lawrence.
No, thank you.
And congrats on the award.
Thank you so much. I love you. It's always good to see you guys.